What's going on, guys? So today we're going to talk about the big Benchmade controversy. There's some stuff going down right now, and Benchmade is not doing so good in the public eye, and I'm going to explain what's going on and my thoughts, opinions, stances on it. I wasn't planning on doing a video on this at all. I saw what happened. It blew up on social media. Everyone went crazy. I got inundated with messages, hundreds and hundreds of messages. Hey, what do you think about this? Hey, did you hear about this? Hey, can you make a video about this? So I'm just making the video because it's easier for me to do this and have a bunch of people see it as opposed to individually reply to everyone. So first off, if you did send a message about that and I didn't reply, that's why, because I'm just making the video. So first off, what's going on? For all the people who are out of the loop. A few days ago, I don't know when I'm posting this, but a couple days ago, the local police department, by Benchmade, posted on their social media a picture of a couple guns that were being destroyed, cut up, whatever, at Benchmade's facility, and they basically just said, hey, thanks to Benchmade Knife Company for helping us destroy these guns. That got posted on social media. I have no idea why anyone would do that, because it's obviously backfired in Benchmade's face horribly. So people saw this post. It spread like wildfire. And everyone took it as Benchmade being anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment. And people are totally like boycotting Benchmade. Like, massive blanket of Benchmade is horrible. They're horrible people. First off, let me just say this. That picture, all that shows is that Benchmade, as a company, doesn't matter if they made furniture, knives, prosthetic legs, makes no difference. They have equipment and tools to destroy things, right, as well as build them. So the police department were going to destroy these guns no matter what. They asked them for help. They supported their local police department by doing so. But what's strange to me is, why can't the police department destroy the guns by themselves? Like, has Benchmade always destroyed guns for the police department? And what do the other thousands of police departments do to destroy guns? Because certain guns have to be destroyed. It's not like they're taking them from people's home and destroying them. These are probably guns used in crimes. They're guns that are confiscated for whatever reasons. There's laws that these things have to be destroyed. I don't agree with it. I don't think that it makes a difference. Even if someone commits a murder with a gun, why can't that gun be sold? Unless someone I don't know, damaged it in the process. I'm just saying, it's still a tool. It's usable, but whatever. So yeah, these things have to be destroyed. They were going to be destroyed no matter what. Benchmade decided to help them. I don't know how long they've been doing this. This is the first time I ever heard of it. Benchmade made a statement about this whole thing, saying we are pro-Second Amendment or whatever. They support the gun people, and they were just supporting their local PD. Well, this picture doesn't mean that Benchmade is anti-gun or anti-Second Amendment. However, it's been a known fact among the knife community, at least a lot of people that I talk to, that Benchmade has been anti-Second Amendment politically. They donate to a lot of politicians, a lot of Democrats, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And you can fact check all this stuff. I'm just talking. No 100% proof that this is what happens, but this is what I've seen and heard. And this has been going on for years. They have politically supported and donated towards the Democratic Party, specifically candidates and politicians that happen to vote anti-gun. So the picture doesn't really mean they hate guns. However, they really do support people who don't like guns, or gun rights, I should say. So that's a thing. That's always been a thing. Now, Benchmade they've had plenty of controversy in the past. There's countless things they get into. Two off the top of my head I can remember is the Spyderco hull, God, years ago. And some of you guys might not know this who are kind of newer to the knife community, but many years ago, Benchmade, they had a red class line, which was their foreign Chinese-made knives. And they did, I think it was the Vex, maybe. The Vex was their first model, where they used the Spider hull. And Spyderco's like, you can't do that. That's our thing. That's the Spider hull. We got a patent on that. You just can't use it. So Spyderco sued Benchmade. Benchmade laughed, because they're a massive corporation. I don't know if you guys realize Benchmade is like the biggest knife company out there, production knives. I don't think there's a company that's bigger. They make way more money than Spyderco on paper. I mean, you can Google this stuff, but anyway. So they're like, no, it's a whole. You don't have rights over a whole. A whole has existed before Spyderco. So they lost that lawsuit, and Benchmade won, and they were the villains. They were the villains in my eyes way back in the day from that. They stole this design, you know, my air quotes, and they were allowed to. Years later after that, there was something with Normal, I believe, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Willie Nelson runs Normal. I've heard that before. I don't know if that's true. But Normal's a, you know, pro-marijuana organization, and Benchmade apparently fired employees that use medical marijuana, not at work, but they had a bias towards these people, and even though they weren't using at work, they basically said, hey, you can't work here if you do that. And Normal said, no, it's not right. They're not, you know, getting high at work. They're allowed to have the job. And no, they lost that too. From what I understand, what I heard. Through the grapevine. Again, nothing, no solid proof here. I'm just telling you what I've heard. Not everything is fact. Even if a bunch of people talk about it, that's called a rumor, right? But anyway, my point is that there's been controversy surrounding Benchmade many times over the years. All kinds of things. This is just the latest. So, that being said, I have a ton of people telling me, hey, I'm selling all my Benchmades. I'm trading all my Benchmades. Benchmade sucks. I hate them. I'm never supporting them again. I can't believe they're like this. My initial knee-jerk reaction, like I said, I already knew that the company is like anti-gun, you know, on paper anyway. And again, when I say the company, I mean the people that run the show. There's hundreds of employees making the knives that we all love. Their opinions are completely out of this picture. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the suit and ties, you know, and the business meetings. Those are the people sending the money to these other people in power that are trying to, you know, restrict guns and so forth. So the first thought that comes to mind is it's another political mess. You know, if you really think about it, who's buying Benchmade knives? Okay. It's all these people that are usually pro-Second Amendment. You're talking about, because it's high-end, expensive cutlery, for the most part. We know they have a couple cheaper knives, right? But I would say $100+ knife is an expensive knife. The average person is not just buying a Benchmade, right? Maybe there's some professionals that are buying Benchmades because they're better quality, plumbers, contractors, things like that. But generally speaking, you're talking about police officers, you know, people in the military. You're talking about paramedics. You're talking about firemen. Right? You're talking about gun guys. Hello. High-end tactical knives. Who likes those? Gun guys and gun ladies. So, like, their clientele, for the most part, likes guns. So it seems really weird to be so anti-gun, right? Now, at the end of the day, guns and knives are two different things. They have two different purposes. They don't really have a connection. However, as we know, most gun guys like knives, and most knife guys like guns. They just kind of go hand in hand. Hunters, that was another thing I left out. Hunters, huge clientele base for Benchmade. Hello, most hunters like guns. So it seems strange to be kind of anti-gun or have this opinion that goes directly against your customer base. Most of your customers like guns, so why would you upset them by being anti-gun, right? So that's the thought that pops in everyone's mind, or at least my mind anyway. So, like, first of all, let me just say that I'm not boycotting Benchmade. Benchmade makes a fine product. I don't directly support or want to support anyone who goes against my ideals. I happen to be extremely pro-Second Amendment, as you guys know. And some of you guys won't understand it. It's kind of like when I did the Yeti video. People are like, I don't understand, Jeff. You know, you're pro-Second Amendment. How can you support these people? I'm not directly supporting the people, in my opinion. But a good product's a good product. You know, I know there's plenty of people that are going to boycott them. That's totally fine. That's your prerogative. I support you for doing that. I can personally say that I haven't spent money on a Benchmade in probably a decade. Okay, you guys know I trade for everything. I don't go out and buy a lot of knives, and when I do, they're cheaper knives. They're not Benchmades. They're not Spydercos. Okay, so I'm not directly supporting the company by buying them. Am I supporting them by trading someone else's Benchmade and using it and doing a video on it? I don't know. I'm just trying different knives. That's what I like to do. I can't help but think, again, that the parallels with the Yeti video in that someone who says, look, I am not going to support Benchmade. That's fine. I get that. But why would you blindly support everything else in your life not knowing their political position, these companies, the couch you're sitting on, right? You go to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, get your coffee. Are they pro-Second Amendment? You know, okay, you get the people who make the cup for Dunkin' Donuts. Are they pro-Second Amendment? Then you get in your car, the people who made the car pro-Second Amendment. If you're not going to look into every aspect of every little corner of your life to make sure that you're not supporting an anti-gunner, then I just feel like it's nitpicking. It's easy to hear something in the news. It's easy to hear, like, this company made this political statement, so I'm not supporting them, or I am supporting them, whatever it happens to be. To me, there's just something there. Like, if you're going to do that, go all out and do it with everything. Don't just pick, you know, your knives and guns and stuff like that. It happens to be a hobby, so it's easier to find that information out because this gets out in the news, you know? I think it's awesome that you stick to your guns, literally, no pun intended there. You know, you have a very strong opinion about something, and I admire that. I truly do. You go out of your way to not enjoy a particular product that's nice because you don't believe in what they believe in. I get that. Keep in mind, I'm a reviewer. You know, this is what I do. I can't just write off Benchmade and that's it. Never just touch a Benchmade knife again. But I really try to keep politics out of products. At the end of the day, it's a product. Do I like the product? Am I going to use the product? That's what it comes down to. My ultimate question is this. If you are someone who says, Benchmade's not for me anymore, don't like how they think, I don't support it, I'm not going to use their products. What if all knife companies got together as a whole? Every knife company came together and said, we don't like guns, we're going to get rid of them. You're not going to use knives anymore? You're really just not going to use knives? What if every gas station came together and said, we hate guns, you're not going to fill your car up to get to work? I mean, where do you draw that line? You know what I mean? Some people are just hardcore. They don't care. They're thinking I'm dumb for even saying this. Like, I can't believe you're saying it, man. You're killing me. I'm trying to be real. I'm being very realistic. I don't want to support it. I don't like it. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's just a product. It's a thing. Just like the gun. The gun's a thing, right? The knife shouldn't be blamed for the people who own the company. But yeah, anyway, I'm just spreading the news. This is what's going on. There's a ton of memes, Benchmade memes, which are funny. I mean, to see popular knife-related memes. But yeah, this is a massive blow up in the face. It's strange because the police department appreciates what Benchmade did, but just simply by posting that picture, they really hurt them. Man, they hurt them. I know so many people right now that are like, Benchmade sucks. I'm never buying another Benchmade ever. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. You know, to each their own. That's all I can say is to each their own. I'm not purposely supporting Benchmade in any way, but I'm not going to go out of my way to not have their knives. I do have a solution, however. If you are one of these people that absolutely will not touch a Benchmade, never give a penny to the company ever again, you hate your Benchmade knives, you're looking at them right now, despising them, you send them to me, and I will destroy them with my guns. What do you think about that? Maybe even make a video or two. So, you don't like Benchmade destroying guns? Well, send your Benchmades to me. I'll destroy them with my guns. An eye for an eye. Does that count? So, anyway, that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your opinions down below. Again, I mean, I'm not judging anyone else for jumping on the boycott or not. It doesn't matter to me. People are going to think differently, and I totally understand that. And even though a lot of people are going to agree with me, we might not meet eye to eye, and I'm totally fine with that. That's the world. There's no way we can all agree on everything and all, you know, hug each other all the time. It's not how the world works. We're going to have disagreements, but the point is, being an adult, just respect other people's opinions. The biggest problem we have in our country right now that's dividing us is people fighting. Right? At the end of the day, we're all Americans. You could be a liberal, you could be a hardcore conservative, you hate each other, but you're both Americans, okay? Don't you want to thrive? Don't you want to succeed? You know, it's amazing to me how divided we are from politics. I talk to kids that are, you know, 18 years old, I mean, kids in high school, and they're talking about like, oh, you know, and I get a lot of messages and stuff. I'm not singling anyone out. There's actually multiple people that said something similar to this. Like, oh, you know, my friend, I've been friends since, you know, 3rd grade, and now we're fighting because he's a Democrat and I'm a Republican, or my dad hunts and he doesn't like guns, so now we're not friends anymore. Are you kidding me? When I was in high school, half the students didn't know who the president was. The other half didn't know who the vice president was. Maybe a different time, maybe dumber kids, I don't really know. But I will tell you, politics had no place in school or my teen years whatsoever. I think it's great that kids are getting involved in politics and they have a strong opinion on things. However, I remember when I was a teenager and I was wrong about a lot of stuff. And it's so cliche to say this, but every teenager thinks they know everything. And I remember being that way. And I got older and I realized that I did not know everything. I still don't know everything. So to fight about politics as a teenager, 13, 14, 15 years old, come on, enjoy life a little bit. You have plenty of time to argue about politics when you get older. But I would say that until you're voting age, I wouldn't think about anything. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that too. But you know what? Enjoy life. Enjoy your youth, because it doesn't last very long. Anyway, don't kill the messenger. I'm just telling you what's going on. I do find it very odd that the police department couldn't just destroy the guns themselves. This was obviously, some kind of a publicity thing to be positive, and it blew up in their face completely. I'm assuming, just my assumption, that that's what this was. Hey, police department calls Benchmade, hey, you got a bunch of cool tools, we can destroy these guns, maybe we can get a hacksaw and do it ourselves, but how about we do it over by you guys help us out real quick, make it easy for us, we'll throw it on social media, you'll look great, helping the police department. That's not how it worked out at all. Maybe a fistful of people, like I can count on both my hands, said, yay, Benchmade, I hate guns. Most people didn't. Most people said, oh my Lord, do not like Benchmade now. That's what a lot of people thought. So yeah, it was strange to me. Again, their clientele, mostly pro Second Amendment people. So super, super dumb to have this happen. And honestly, it was probably a good thing because, like I said, they are, generally speaking, supporting people who are anti-gun. So maybe more people should have known. That's just how it's been like this for years. It's just all of a sudden a picture popped up and started this massive fire. And it's a huge fire going on right now. And I'm sure the PR people at Benchmade are scratching their heads because they don't know what to do. We'll see. We'll see how it affects the company. It's a very large company with a lot of money. So I don't know if it's how much it's going to hurt sales, or if this will blow over in a couple weeks, or if they really do hurt from it. There's definitely people out there that that's it. They put the foot down and they will never, ever buy a Benchmade product again. So anyway, that's it, guys. Hope you do enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Take care.